What is going on, guys? Back with another video. We've seen some very good price action, and we've seen Bitcoin smash the all-time highs, and also Ethereum showing a lot of strength. We are all waiting for Ethereum to smash through its all-time highs, and I do believe it is coming sooner than many people believe. So again, as I've said, very good to see. We're definitely seeing the sentiment start to change in the markets. A lot more people are, positive with the market. And ultimately, something which is really important and something which, really did hold back the markets was the news in regards to tariffs, all the tariff drama, and still we're seeing more tariffs being pushed out on items such as copper and also additional tariffs on various different nations. But the main thing, we're starting to see sort of the impact, the effect of these tariffs on the market start to slow down, which is ultimately very good. And in terms of altcoins, guys, ultimately we are still extremely early. Altcoin sentiment is pretty much at the lows. Even though we've seen some altcoins pump, you are still very, very early to the majority of altcoins. And this is the time to be positioning yourself into the altcoins that you think are going to perform well. And I'm going to continuously bring videos, updates on projects which I do believe are going to perform well. So as I've said, guys, the main institutes, the main companies are continuing to buy all these altcoins. They're continuing to buy Ethereum. They're continuing to buy, major altcoins such as Sui, such as Sai, in massive amounts. And even companies such as Emirates are starting to adopt crypto, integrating crypto payments into their company, giving people the flexibility to basically pay with crypto for their flights, with this partnership with crypto.com, which is really, really bullish. And ultimately, guys, this is what you have to look at, right? You have to see these big companies, these big institutions, these banks, all are adopting crypto at a very, very fast rate. And, this is what you need to focus on, all right? You need to shut out the noise. You need to stop thinking short term and really think long term. As I've said, guys, we are going to see an end to QT, and ultimately we are going to see these rate cuts which are going to come, September, October. This just gives you more time to research and, take position in altcoins which can perform well. Major narratives, AI, Layer 1, Depin, RWA, memes, and also gaming, which I do think is going to make a comeback. Today, guys, I want to talk about Zebec Network. This did have a nice dip. This went down to nearly 200 million in market cap, and I did take a decent position in this because this is a project which is really showing a lot of strength in terms of what they're doing, in terms of what they're doing with compliance, in terms of partnerships, and ultimately it gives you exposure to various different narratives. You've got Depin, you've got RWA, you've got PayFi, payment solutions, and it is one which I do think is going to perform well. Now, of course, it is a mid cap. This is, 300 million. But as I've said, guys, just a few days ago, this was 210 million, and it pretty much pumped over 50x in the space of a day, which just shows the strength that this is showing. Now, I've covered this before, guys. As I've said, the payroll industry is very, very slow. It's ineffective, and ultimately it's inefficient. It doesn't give people the flexibility to choose the options in terms of how they get paid, how frequent they get paid, and also whether or not they want to have exposure to stable coins or crypto payments as well. And I think this is something which is going to continue to get a lot of adoption with their wage link software, and also all these aspects in terms of how it just makes getting paid a lot more efficient. It's faster. It gives people flexibility in terms of how often they want to get paid, and also wallets that they can be paid in, whether that's, MetaMask, Trust, Phantom. Just gives people a lot of options in terms of how to get paid. And also the main thing is, guys, this is getting adopted by various different companies, specifically within the US. You can see here, small and medium businesses in the US are using their payroll services and also using their Zpin system as well in terms of accepting different crypto payments. And this is somewhere, in terms of PayFi payment solutions where, something like Tectum fail to deliver, and it is where I can see something like Zebec with their network, with their partnerships, really performing in the long term. And on top of that as well, again, they offer various different products also with their cards as well, which are getting a lot of adoption. We're seeing, the uptake of people using the cards increase at a very fast pace. And again, just gives people that flexibility to spend crypto and also get, rewards in the meantime. And the main thing as well, they do partner with a lot of different projects as well to help them launch and, basically have their own cards. So yeah, guys, there is a lot of good things continuing to happen with Zebec. Something else which is massive is they have been essentially invited to speak at the House of Lords, which is basically the British Parliament, in a few hours, July the 10th. And again, you can see here, Zebec has been invited to present at the Palace of Westminster, addressing key industry topics from compliance to whistleblower policies and advising on prudent structures in blockchain. So again, guys, this is massive, massive news. The fact that they have the network to be able to, speak within Parliament is really big. And I think it is something which is very rare to see with the project, specifically in the UK, because this isn't a country where it has been the most crypto friendly. So it is good to see some things changing in terms of adoption. And also in the meantime, they continue to grow their team. And the main difference is they're getting members from people who've worked in high roles, prestigious roles in different companies. You've got this person here who was a principal engineer at the London Stock Exchange Group and has also held senior roles at RBS and Expedia. And then you've got people who have worked for massive companies like BMW, VW Group, and also other big companies as well. And another thing as well is one of the strengths is when it comes to compliance. They have the sort of people in there who are going to really abide by these compliance regulations, people who have worked at HSBC in terms of AML and KYC strategies. So again, guys, they are really doing a lot of good work. And ultimately as well, what this does well is it markets really good. You've seen their TV campaign, which is again very rare to see with a crypto project. So yeah, guys, this is one which, even though this is a mid cap, I do still think this has massive, massive potential. And the thing is as well is what they did in terms of onboarding the XRP army as well. Just think it was a very smart move. So as I've said, guys, this gives you exposure to multiple narratives. You've got PayFi, you've got RWA, Depin payment solutions, and ultimately this is one which can perform really well. It's not going to give you, a 30, 40, 50, 60x. This is probably something, as I've said before, I think 10 to 20x is definitely possible. But ultimately, guys, you need to have your own sort of profit-taking strategy. Other things as well, guys, is I do believe, Depin is a sort of a narrative which is undervalued. I think there are not many strong Depin projects, and I do think Zebec can become one of the main movers within Depin. So yeah, guys, just a quick update on Zebec. I do really like what they're doing, and this is one which I do expect to perform in the long term. Very strong community, very solid use case. They're partnering with some huge, huge companies, institutes as well, and they're also having the right networks in terms of being able to, talk in Parliament. So as I've said, guys, definitely want to keep an eye on. Hopefully this has a pullback again, so I can, DC and get some more exposure. But yeah, guys, I will be bringing more videos on Zebec and also more videos on various different Depin projects. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the update on Zebec. If you did, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and also let me know your targets for Zebec. I know some people are more conservative, and I know some people are extremely bullish. Some people are saying this kind of 100x. Just let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you soon for the next video.